có đụng mình, không đụng lại cái tay này.
All right, that's live. Okay, good evening. I want to welcome to the 2018-2019 Timmins Orchestra Spring Awards Concert. My name is Anthony Verge, and for those of you that I have not had the pleasure of meeting, I am the orchestra director here at Timmins Junior High. Before we get started, I want to take care of a couple orders of business. If you have an electronic device in your hand or in your pocket, go ahead and pull it out and silence it, or turn it off, either one. We'd hate to have a ringer or an alarm go off and in the middle of your child showcasing their hard work. Also, due to the sheer size of our music programs here at Timmins, we use a lot of paper and we kill a lot of trees. So I'm trying something a little different this year, just to kind of experiment. In lieu of a paper program, the program for tonight's concert is available on the Timmins Orchestra Instagram page, if you have Instagram. A little bit of a shameless plug for our social media outreach there. So you can search for Timmins Orchestra and give us a follow, and there's a list of everything we're playing tonight. All right, the group seated before you is the Timmins Beginning Orchestra. It is made up of 66 first-year string players. In the last year, these kids have gone from knowing next to nothing about these boxes of wood with strings on them to being very, very fine string players. And I'm grateful to have been the person to help guide them along the road of loving and playing music. The first piece we're going to perform is called Cripple Creek. It's a fun little tune that the students have a chance to play around with a little bit of a duet and trio texture. Everyone starts playing together in unison at the beginning, and then it starts to get interesting. We hope you enjoy.
Mà trỏ đâu? Sao lâu vậy? Mà trắng mà trỏ. Không quay thích ổng.
Hello? Oh, there we go. All right. Before we play our next tune, I want to bring your attention to a handful of students who have went above and beyond the expectations this year. Every single one of these students seated before you has worked extremely hard this year. I'm proud of every single one of you. I really, really am. But there are 4 students that I'd like to recognize, one for each instrument. The first student I'd like to recognize is the recipient of the 7th grade Outstanding Violin Award. This student has been on my case all year about more things than one and is always asking about new things to learn on the violin. This student is never late to class, is always the first person with the instrument tuning, and is always pushing others to work hard. This was one of the most difficult decisions that I've ever had to make. But the 7th grade Outstanding Violin Award goes to John Joe. The next award is for the 7th grade outstanding Viola. The recipient of this award has become a leader to those surrounding them. This violist is always willing to help with anything and works hard every single minute of every single class, and then even more. The 7th grade outstanding Viola award goes to Naho. The next award is the 7th grade outstanding cello. This student has been nothing but an amazing student and a hard worker from day one. Whether it is in a private lesson or a sectional or in class, they are always on the ball, and this student has grown so much as a musician and a cellist. The 7th grade outstanding cello award goes to Alex Hazard. And last but definitely not least is the 7th grade outstanding bass award. There isn't a bad thing I can possibly say about this student. Never in trouble, rarely off task, hardworking, and to top it off, a fantastic bass player. The 7th grade outstanding bass award goes to Osvaldo Rivas. All right, the final piece the beginners are going to perform tonight is another fun little piece that gets the kids plucking their strings with a fun little walking bass line and features our fantastic cello section. We hope you like the prelude to the Apollo Suite. All right, now for a quick little set change. Beginners, you're going to go back here to these chairs. 8th graders or intermediate orchestra, you're going to come on and move on up. While we get the next group seated and ready to roll, please welcome the Kimmons Chamber Ensemble. Kimmons Chamber Ensemble. Justin, did you bring a stool? Okay. Here we go. The group you see over here to your left, my right, is made up of higher achieving players that audition for me in order to be in this group. They meet twice a week after school. This group plays more difficult music and expected to perform at a higher level, which means more practice and more time dedicated to learning their parts. Please enjoy our performance of one of my all-time favorite pieces, Jupiter from the Planet Suite. The group seated before you now is the Kimmons Intermediate Orchestra. This group is made up of second-year players, and fun fact, this is my first year of beginners here at Kimmons. Anyway, sorry. They suffered through my first year of teaching, and they were only minimally injured. That's okay. It's all right. Anywho, 2 months ago, these fine musicians traveled to Bentonville West High School in Bentonville and performed at our regional concert assessment. They performed 3 pieces on stage for a panel of 3 judges and walked away with all superior ratings on stage and an excellent rating in silent. The first piece we're going to play for you tonight is from one of my favorite Disney movies. Don't judge me, guys. We hope you enjoy the theme from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, I love that movie.